All right, I've got my guitar connected at the moment, and this is part 4 to the Recording a Song with a Budget audio interface series. And today I'm going to be recording my guitar, which is a Squier guitar. It's nothing too fancy, a budget guitar, and I'm recording it into my Behringer UM2, and we're going into Tracktion Waveform, plus I'll use a free guitar amp sim. I'm Zane, welcome to Simple Green Tech, and just so you know, there's links to all of the software that I'm using, plus the Behringer UM2 down in the description in case you want to get any information on any of this stuff. But right now, let's jump into Tracktion and start recording. All right, so here's the song that we've been working on, and I've re-recorded the bass guitar, so it's no longer a scratch bass. I didn't want to do a separate video on that as we've already recorded bass, but this is just the final bass, hopefully, that's going to be in the song. And that's this track here. This is the old scratch bass up here. And what I'll do with that is I'll actually right click on it and shrink the track. So it's kind of out of our way. It's muted and no longer relevant. So what I need to do right now is create a new track, and this will be for recording our guitar. So I want to switch this to input 2. I'm going to arm it for recording. Now I usually name my tracks before I'm recording them, and that way it gives the actual WAV file the name of that track. So I'm going to name this Guitar 1. And I'm actually going to record 3 different rhythm guitars for this song, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but right now I'm going to add Amplitube as my guitar amp sim. And you can get Amplitube Custom Shop, which is free. I'm just using the Amplitube free presets, so this is going to be available to everyone. And I'm going to use this big 800 rhythm preset for Guitar 1. So here's what the song sounds like, just in case you forgot or you didn't tune into any of the other videos. So I've got the track armed for recording. Our levels are decent and just need to hit the record button. I'm going to try to record the full length of the song, so I'll probably cut off the actual recording and then come back when the full recording's done. It's going to take me a few takes, I'm sure. All right, it took a few takes, but I have the whole song recorded for the first guitar part, all in one take right here. It's a pretty basic song, so it was fairly easy to do. And here's a bit of what it sounds like. I'll start near the end of the chorus section here. So now what I want to do is record a second guitar in. So I'll create a new track. I'm just going to call this Guitar 2. And then I'll just copy this down by holding Control and clicking and dragging Amplitube down here. But this time I'm going to switch up the preset that I'm using. So I'm still going to use the crunch, but this time I'm going to go with the light crunch here, which is a different amp model altogether. So now I'm going to unarm Guitar 1 and arm Guitar 2, but I also have to change the input to input 2. And again, we're ready to record. I'm actually going to mute Guitar 1 so I don't hear that. I'm just going to hear this guitar track with the other. So let's start recording. All right, so I've recorded Guitar 2, and there's sections where the strumming is slightly different from Guitar 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan Guitar 2 all the way to the right, and we'll pan Guitar 1 all the way to the left. So let's listen to how these sound together. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to ask if you're enjoying this video so far and getting some value out of it. Can you please give it a thumbs up? It really helps my channel out and I appreciate it so much. Now, let's get back into Tracktion. And now I want to record a guitar 3 in, and guitar 3 is going to be slightly lower than the rest of the guitars, but it's going to be down the center just to fill the center area with a guitar. And in case somebody's listening on a mono device, like maybe a smart speaker or Bluetooth speaker, something like that. So again, just add a new track, name this one guitar 3, set it to input 2, arm it for recording. And again, I'm going to copy Amplitube down onto guitar 3, and I'll choose another preset from the free presets here. All right, so I have my third guitar recorded in here, and guitar 1 is panned all the way to the left, guitar 2 all the way to the right, and guitar 3 is going to be right in the center, but it's going to be at a much lower volume. It's just to kind of fill the center area with the guitar a bit in case somebody's listening on a mono device, and it also fills it for stereo devices as well. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click and hold Control on my computer keyboard to select all 3 of my guitars. Then I'm going to right click here and create a submix containing these 3. So now this one submix can control the volume for all 3 of the guitars at the same time. So let's hear how it sounds. All right, that's not too bad. And what I can also do is add EQ and compression to all of the guitars right on this one submix track, so I don't have to do it to each individual guitar. But I'll get more into that in the mixing video in this series. Now, if you want to continue on with the recording a song on a budget audio interface series, click the video on the screen right now. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching for Simple Green Tech. I'm Zane, keep creating, and we'll talk soon.